the founder, and you can head over to AmericanWomanBeauty.net. Use the code MAL15 to get 15% off your purchase.
Okay. So this next one, I cannot imagine us disagreeing on.
No.
So that is good.
Yeah. I'm so excited for this next one.
This is the one Andy had some stuff to say.
Nice. Andy's her husband.
Yes. By
the way. Not just some random that she asked on the side of the street.
Yeah.
Someone she knows and loves.
I do know him.
Okay. I was going to say something. But anyway. Okay, so this is from the AP News. And...
Is that Associated Press?
Yes. Who? Maybe we can talk about that on Patreon.
Yeah, that's Patreon. There's tea.
Yeah, there's some tea with Associated Press. I didn't even... Good catch. Anyway, AssociatedPressNews.com. CNN Don Lemons regrets saying Nikki Haley is past her prime. Don Lemons startled some colleagues on CNN's morning show Thursday with this implication that the Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley, at 51, was past her prime. Lemons, with CNN This Morning co-hosts Poppy Harlow and Caitlin Collins, was discussing Haley's suggestion a day earlier that politicians over the age of 75 should be subjected to mandatory mental competency tests. President Joe Biden is 80, while another GOP presidential candidate, former President Donald Trump, is 76. And she said 75, everyone.
Yes.
Quote, Nikki Haley isn't in her prime. Sorry, Lemon said, explaining why he was uncomfortable with the age decision. When a woman is considered to be in her prime, in her 20s, 30s, and maybe her 40s, end quote. Prime for what? Harlow replied.
That's the question.
Lemon said, if you look it up on Google, a woman is considered to be in her prime at those ages. Harlow tried to clarify what Lemon was referencing. Quote, I think we need to qualify. Are you talking about prime for childbearing, or are you talking about prime for being president?
Bam.
And then he goes, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying what the facts are. Google it. So, I know.
Savage.
And I just want to say, if you follow either one of us, you probably know how we feel about this person running for president.
Yep.
We will not endorse anybody right now. Not that you're like waiting for our endorsement. As I was saying, I was like, that sounds so much bigger than it is. The podcast has not officially endorsed anyone, but if you follow us, you know where we stand. Anywho, you want to go first?
So, yes. So, Andy and I were talking a lot about this, and I think I would say it's just really disheartening that supposedly a female candidate is past her prime of being a president. But let's look at what the word prime means.
Yes, let's
because if I think of prime 20s, 30s, 40s, I think childbearing prime.
Yeah.
So if I'm not qualified to childbear for whatever reason, I can't run for president?
Yeah.
That's really messed up to me. And I honestly think that Nikki Haley is in the sweet spot of age.
I was just going to say really quick.
Yeah.
I think that the best time for a woman to do a role like this would be after her kids have grown up.
Exactly.
So
but
like
before, decay.
Yeah. Not that we have presidents that are decaying or anything, but yes. No, you're right. Like, now is the time. Her child has grown up, is about to enter a whole new season.
She's old enough to have experience.
Yeah, she has. Yeah, so like now would be the time. It's just so interesting that he said that. And like, my first thought, and I hope this isn't wrong, I don't mean to offend anybody, but my first thought was, how would he know he's gay? That was my first thought. I don't know if you knew that Don Lemon was gay.
I did not. I mean,
neither. I said that, and I don't think it was either my mom or my dad didn't know, and I was like, yeah. So that's why I was like, how you
Yeah.
know?
Also, aren't you supposed to be pro-woman? Like, I'm sorry. Like,
Exactly. So
it's just not a good look
No.
in any case for a man to attack a woman. Whether or not it's fair, which I don't think it is here,
right.
it is not a good look
No.
for a man to attack a woman.
And I'm shooketh that he said that on camera. It was so like, it's just not, he said it so casual. Like it was like something that you kind of just say.
Yeah.
Which I was just like, oh, wow.
Cringe.
Okay.
That's cringe.
Yeah.
I also want to say, let's talk about the fact that the current leader of the free world is 80. And the former leader of the free world is 77. Okay, the average age of death in America is like 75.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, 77. Excuse me. 77. Trump is currently 76, and Biden is 80. If Biden were reelected, he would be in his mid to late 80s.
That is so crazy.
Like, does John Lemon have a statement about that?
Yeah, like
that feels past your prime.
Yeah, that's so sad.
90s kind of feels past your prime.
Yeah, that's so sad. Saying that she's and that's just so weird. Like if he had meant like maybe her season, because there was a time where she was like super popular, she was everywhere. If he had said it maybe like that, okay, fair. Like she maybe fell off, not recently, because like we kind of knew she was going to run for president, so like she was kind of ramping back up. But yeah, sure, if you can say she fell off for a little bit, but like using the word prime was just like, wow, okay.
And then I just want to end with this. So Andy mentioned that he believes most attacks on Nikki Haley actually benefit her. And he was saying that's why he doesn't believe Trump or DeSantis, has said anything really that negative about her, because attacking a woman only benefits her.
Yeah, it does.
It speaks for itself.
Yeah,
kind of.
That's a good point. That is a really good point. And I think that's why sometimes people are quiet about stuff, because you don't want to. Because I mean, she turn her lemon into lemonade. She has these little stickers that say "In My Prime," which I ordered one.
Oh my gosh, does she really?
Yeah, if you go to the website, this thing say "In My Prime." I ordered one.
Okay, what?
Yeah, she already has that.
She also has like one thing about like it hurts if you kick with a heel.
Yeah, something like that.
She's got a lot of sassy sayings.
Yeah, I know. I love it. I know that so if you listen to other people, they're like, "Oh, she shouldn't lean too much into that," and I'm like, I don't know, I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm her target market probably, so she's target. Ding, you hit me, like, I'm targeted. I love that type of stuff. And so I have a group chat with my brother and one of his friends that we talk about stuff like this, and he was saying how like some of the older Republicans are not going to like that, which is I'm sure. That. Like I feel like my dad is going to be like, okay,
I'm a little bit cringed by the heel thing.
Yeah. I love it. I'm like, yes, that's right. But once again, ding, you hit me. I'm the target market. Like, I'm eating it all up. Yeah. Please continue. I love it. Yeah. When she did the whole, I was listening to, do you ever listen to Breaking Points? I think you would like it.
Okay.
They do political commentary, and like the girl, she's a Democrat and the guy is a Republican, and they do really good discussion. And I think they do a really good job of like not talking over each other. It's really good. Yeah. No, I'm kidding. So I was listening. Actually, never mind. I kind of didn't hear what you said, and then I said yes, and then I realized.
No, I said like us. We
talk
over each other like all the time.
Unlike us. Okay, that's not what I meant.
But no, it's fine. We're just passionate.
Yes. Anyway, on Breaking Points, they were like teasing her. They were like making fun of like Nikki Haley, and the guy was like, "Yeah, I remember when she said the thing where she raised her hand when she was like, she had all that publicity for saying like, I'm sorry, I don't get confused." And I have a sticker that says that on my laptop, and I think I have a shirt.
Wait,
I was like, that had a chokehold. Yeah, look it up. I was like, that had a chokehold over us, like young Republican women. Like we were like, oh, this is so great. Yes. I have a sticker. I'm pretty sure I have a T-shirt that says that.
With all due respect,
yes.
I don't get confused.
Yes.
Okay, that is so much more powerful to me, in my opinion, than the heel thing.
Yeah, okay.
I think that's way more powerful.
I love them both. I eat it all up. I'm the target market. Ding,
This is a
you
fun
got
dynamic
me.
we've got.
Yeah. So,
But I love her.
Yeah, me too.
Team Haley for sure.
And
but
we will
I'm
see.
Be interested to see what actually she runs on.
Yes,
she really needs to. I don't know.
I will say
I
will say, to give her a slight critique, she does need to be a little bit more clear about like what her platform is going to be.
Oh yeah. I don't even think she knows.
I think her platform right now, Nikki, if you hear this, I'm not trying to critique you. I still love you. But I think right now her platform is, I'm not Donald Trump. I'm a woman. I'm young and I'm a woman.
Or DeSantis.
Well, I think she hasn't really said anything about this. I think all of her attacks have kind of been Donald Trump. Because
I haven't really seen many attacks on Trump.
Well, not necessarily attacks, but like, for example, the 75. DeSantis, or she said 75 is the cutoff. By the time he becomes president, he'd be 76. So like she could have.
DeSantis?
No, sorry, Trump.
Okay, yeah.
So she said she wants the thing when you're 75, and he's 76 now. So she could have said 80, and it would have still hit Biden, but it wouldn't have hit Trump. And Trump has said, he hasn't necessarily attacked her, but he said stuff like, "Oh yeah, girl, run," wink, wink. So it's kind of like, which is kind of rude, but like, once again, Nikki, I'm not trying to critique, but right now her platform does seem to be, I am young and I'm a woman. I'm younger and I'm a woman. But we know that,
and of color,
and
or
a woman of color. Yeah. But we do know that she is pro-life. She has signed bills to completely eradicate abortion in South Carolina. So that's something that we can get behind. So she does have conservative, Republican, pro-life views.
She also did something with getting rid of the Confederate flag or a Confederate statue in the state of South Carolina, which was not popular on her base.
Not popular amongst a lot of conservative Republicans.
But I believe popular among young Republicans.
Yes. So it's going to be quite a race.
It's going to be really fascinating.
Yes. I'm excited though. Yeah. Like, I hope we can pick a good valid candidate that can get us over so we can get rid of Joe Biden. I need to be rid of like the last 15 years politically. 15, yeah. I mean, if we can get, I just want to start over. Even? Because I started voting. This was like my first election. I'm so sorry. I'm like, it's not normally like this.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is.
I'm like, does everyone have a suicidal time trying to vote?
No. And what's so crazy is I remember, so my first election technically was the 2016 election.
Okay.
I remember doing that, and I remember it was just so intense. I remember the day after President Trump was elected, I remember I remember that day. It rained. I was in New Jersey. I was living in New Jersey. And it rained, and everybody just was like so sad.
I remember that day in Seattle for 2020.
2020? Okay. And I just remember thinking like, okay, it's not the end of the world. It was just so weird. Yeah. And it just seems like politics has just been so different. And I've always been interested in politics.
No, I meant 2016. Why did I say 2020?
I don't know. I just went along with it.
Maybe I did mean 2020. I don't know. I do remember that day.
2016, though, you were probably...
I was in high school.
Okay, yeah. So, like, but I've always been interested in politics, but I just feel like after that, everyone and their grandmother started being interested in politics.
I completely hear you. Yeah. I do remember that day for me in my high school, and it was very drab, and I was in Seattle. I remember a girl.
We were both in pretty liberal areas.
Yeah, and I didn't really know what I identified as politically. Also, how much time do we have?
Oh, we're good. We're good. We'll just do one more story. We'll just skip to the last one.
Yeah, I didn't really know what I thought of politically, but I remember being like, I'm not really on board with being like clinically depressed over this.
Yeah, yeah. Like, and we'll wrap this segment up, but I just want to remind everybody, like, the president is just like ahead. We have kind of I feel like we've gone way too far off, like,
Commander
what their
in Chief.
Role. Yeah, that's it.
Period.
So, like, and not only that, your local elections are so much more important.
Yeah.
That really matters. So if you can just get involved on a local level, who your mayor is, who your state rep is, who your state
congressperson.
Yeah, your congressperson. All that stuff is so much more important.
Yeah.
So if you can kind of focus on that and just not get bogged down, and no matter what, Jesus is king. Jesus is still on the throne. So like,
do not put your trust in any human being.
Yeah, no matter who wins at the end of the day, I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but like once, this is just a blimp. These
end of
4 years are just a blimp on, eternity. If you're with Christ, we're going to be here for eternity. Just a little blimp. Yeah, it's going to be difficult. Yeah, it's hard. I'm not going to sit here and act like, the economy's doing well right now. It's not. So it matters in that